Kim Lester. So King Springs Pastoral, farm with my wife Georgina, and we've got 4 kids as well that helped out today, as you saw. We operate in many peaks and green range across about 1,200 hectares owned and a bit of lease as well. Have about 4,000 ultra white breeding ewes. So we're mainly a sheep enterprise, but we've just started getting back into cattle, breeding cattle, but also trading. I've got about 250 breeders and then about 500 store stock on hand at the moment, but planning to increase that at the moment. So just background in cattle. With the cattle yards, you spend just as much time getting stock back in that have jumped out through a broken rail, or just the time. You know, we're just taking too long to do simple tasks, and then you sort of put them off, and that's no good for efficiency at all. And we saw early doors with the yards that Commander built how much of an advantage it was for staff and the stock really having good modern facilities that are safe. The stock run really well through. So yeah, big focus of ours is getting that right. You know, nowadays it's not just truckies, not just staff, it's truckies, vets, stock agents, the whole lot. We just don't want to be in a position, as would anybody, where someone gets badly hurt, particularly with cattle. Putting mobs through these yards, it's a pleasure really. It takes, well, you saw today we put through 400 steers in a few hours, and the kids were helping out. You know, it's poles apart compared to the old yards. Great, flexible, no complaints there at all. So really happy. We've done some sheep yards with Hamish, and the flexibility around being able to work together with design. Obviously Commander have got some good designs, but I, through seeing yards myself, sort of knew what I wanted roughly. So being able to work together on you know, obviously the bugle's pretty set, but the lead ups and orientation and all of that was great and really easy, and they certainly, she was happy to change around whatever was needed, which was great. The bit that I like the most is probably the flow. With this bugle setup, the cattle just fly through it, and the curved race. We've also, obviously the crush is a newish product. We've been really happy with that, with a manual crush. It's easy to use, the kids can use it, and yeah, you just feel safe in the yards. So that's probably the big difference. I'm more than comfortable to have inexperienced people or the kids helping out, because I know they're safe and they're not, you know, they don't have to get in with the cattle. So that's probably the best bits about it. Makes it enjoyable. It's quick. Like I said before, that, you know, we put a pretty big mob through just before, and there's just very little issue. So it's probably brought the fun back into it, and now there's no worries about running mobs up to do smaller jobs. You know, because we just know it's going to be easy to put them through, which is fantastic. Look, easily we're doing mobs twice as quick as what we were, if not more. I think that's probably being a bit harsh. The breeding cows in particular, there's just no turning around, and they just flow through great. Yeah, I think the ability to adapt to what the client wants, or what I've wanted, which, you know, sometimes is against what what they've done before, has been fantastic. But also the follow-up, been impressed with that. Certainly the yards that we've done with Commander, each time I've thought they're quite expensive, but then a few, it only takes 6 months or a year and you go, oh, that was a good move. But I think as long as financially you can afford it, pull the trigger, because it not just your own satisfaction, staff. You know, I can see Grant here that works for me. It's a much happier place in our yards now than what it was, and I guess there's no cutting corners on safety either in the world we live in. So it's just peace of mind. I think, at least if you've tried everything, done everything right, got the right, you know, measures in place, and something still happens, well, at least you've made the effort. But like I said before with our old yards, if something had happened in there, you'd never forgive yourself. So, yeah. To sum it up in one sentence, it's probably just been easy. You know, very approachable. The product, it's a good product. Like I said, willing to change things around. Yeah, it's certainly been easy, and we're certainly very happy. We've got a beautiful big set of cattle yards that you and I are probably a bit big for us now, but we'll grow into them, and I think cattle yards are a bit like sheds. I don't think you can ever build one too big, so that's my take on it.